Good morning, everyone. Continuation of the 2021 resolutions. This is day 11. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day, holiday. We took it off. So today's episode, if you will, will be about making money, the stock market, and tomorrow being Inauguration Day, which seems like a strange slew of things to talk about. But the reason I want to talk about Inauguration Day is because half the country thinks that there is going to be a great reset of the economy and of this country. And the other half of the country doesn't. Half the country thinks that they got robbed out of an election, and the other half thinks it was perfectly justified. Now, I'm not here to push an opinion or anything down your throats. That's not what I'm making this video about. I'm making this video because we need to open lines of discussion. No matter how crazy you think the other side of the coin is, you're dealing with, 80 million plus people on both sides. So I just think it's healthy to open these lines of communication and try to understand there can't be truth and there can't be untruth at the same time. There's only one truth, and that's what I am searching out in my life. I'm trying to find what makes sense to me, and I do have my own personal opinions and things like that, but again, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is for all of us to expand and open our minds to the potentiality of what might happen. There may be a great reset tomorrow. Something crazy may go down, 9/11-ish may go down. That might be conspiratorial to some of you, but I think it's worth actually thinking about. It's not going to kill you to actually think about this and say, what is actually going on? What is the truth out there? And then again, on the flip side of the coin, Joe Biden may very well just be inaugurated, and that's the end of it. And we move on as a country and as a people together. And that's the key element of this, is sticking together on whatever happens. Because if we continue to be divided, which it seems like it's almost impossible to get more divided than we all are right now, it's just bad things are going to continue to happen over and over and over until we fall like the Roman Empire. So we need to find a common ground and get together and at least have some dialogue, at least have some discussion, because I have friends on both sides of the aisle, and I don't think any of them are crazy. I think they all feel very justified and honest in their belief systems. So what is the problem with sitting down and listening and actually talking to someone that you don't agree with and trying to figure out why they are willing to basically go to war over their beliefs? They're not pretending. They're not making this stuff up. We all need to be a little bit more enlightened on what the other side believes. So anyways, this is getting long, but to wrap up this inauguration thing, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to tell you right now, I won't be surprised if something happens, and I won't be surprised if nothing happens. I won't be surprised at all, because things don't surprise me anymore in this country. Nothing really makes sense, and we're not privy to the information that the people at the top have. President Trump, all the people around him, the military, we're not privy to any of that information, so we can't even really take a wild guess as to what's going on in the country. We're going to have to wait and see and watch it play out. If if something does happen, if your power goes out, if the internet goes out, if we get thrown into some type of, it seems like cyber civil war, then I would just say don't panic. I think that if that happens, they have things in their hands. They understand what they're doing. The people at the top understand what's going on, what they're doing. They understand the cards that they're playing. So I wouldn't freak out. I would just be prepared for that and know that that isn't the end of the American empire. The American empire will come back stronger than ever before. Sometimes you just need to go through some tough moments to to become the great nation that we are. Once again, you really need to go through some tough things. So that ends part one of today's resolution video. I wouldn't be talking about politics so much of the inauguration, but it's literally tomorrow, and I just want to have a conversation on what ifs. So I love you all on this matter, and if you want to talk about it, hit me up. Let me know, because I'm always interested in finding the truth. Okay, part two of our day 11 2021 resolutions. Yeah, sorry about the inauguration stuff. It's so important, and it's taking up everyone's mind space and things like that. So I just think it's worth some discussion. Anyways, making money, and these are the videos that I really want to dig deep into throughout the year, because this is such an important thing. Money is nothing more than a tool to be used for you to accomplish what you want: opening a business, going on vacation, raising a family, whatever it might be. If you treat money like it's an almighty golden god or something in the sky, then you're going to have a really tough time, because money is nothing more than anything else in your house: a plate, a chair, a bed. All it is a tool. All it is paper. If you think about it that way, then you can make plenty of money if you have a reason to make it. Most people just say, I want some money. It's not really how the universe works. I don't know if you've read anything about the law of attraction. It's just like the law of gravity. It truly exists, I believe. Look up the law of attraction and read about it. But you can't just say, I want a little bit of money. I want a lot of bit of money. You got to say, I need $5,000 to pay off this mortgage. I need $250 to pay my power bill. You need to be specific. There's something about the universe about being specific. And one thing I want to focus on today is making money. You can make it in a trillion different ways, obviously, from your job, the stock market. I sports bet, which sounds ridiculous to people, but it really can be, a far ugly brother from actual gambling. It really can be, and we can get into that later. But if you're smart and you have one thing called a process, look at this annoying fuck. If you have a thing called a process for any way that you're intending to make specific money for a specific goal, then you'll win every time. But you can't stray from that process. And the reason I say that people fail at this is because a process that works is quite boring, and we are all curious beings, the risky beings. We all have a gambling side to us, whether you want to admit it or not. We all like to feel that excitement and stuff, but you need to find a process that works and stick to it. For instance, like the stock market, I'm in and out all day long. I'm a day trader. I get in trouble when I try to bend the market to my will, to bend the market to what I want to happen. That doesn't work. If I stick to my process, which is in and out, as quickly as humanly possible, and take those $5 gains and those $10 gains, you can end up, having a very successful day, as opposed to gambling and shooting for the Hail Marys. As we all know, Hail Marys don't really work. You watch football games, they work one in, who knows, 30 times or even worse. So stick to those small. I compare everything to football. We grew up on football, our family did, so forgive me for comparing everything to it. But if the teams that won in football were the ones that gained 2 yards per play, 3 yards per play, and we get those first downs, the teams that would lose were the ones that did, 18,000 trick plays and fake punts and threw Hail Marys. Now, once in a while, those work, and those are awesome, but most of the time they don't. You truly want to be a winner, you need to stick to a process and don't stray from it, whatever. So this video is getting a little bit long, so I got to end it. An asshole needs some attention, apparently. But yeah, write that down in your book. Whatever you're doing in life, however you're making money, outside of a job, because the job's pretty straightforward, you're getting paid X amount of dollars per hour or a salary or whatever. But if you're doing something else, like the stock market or sports betting or anything that you can make money on a daily, eBay, whatever it might be, stick to what works and don't stray from it, because I know it might get boring, guys, but if you can get a pool of money sitting there, you can turn around and put that into like an Airbnb, some other real estate and stuff like that, and get that residual income coming in left and right every single month. And if you do that, and you have 10 residual checks coming in, that's pretty good. How about 25 residual checks? That's pretty damn good. It's all about expansion and building, and it's all about your simple, fundamental process that works, that's boring, but it works, and you rarely lose money doing that. Figure those out. Write them down in your secret book. By now, you better all have a secret book. Okay, this is long enough. Let's get out of here. Have a great day. Have a great inauguration tomorrow. And let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. All right, bye-bye.